I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on your memory.
What the hell? I don't know what's going on. Hello? Hello? If you're lurking, hello. Oh my god. I love this so much. I feel like Savannah covering Kelsey Ray is like the hammer of Thor entering the ring at this point. Thank you. Mascara. I feel like I just need to watch some of Savannah's older videos when she's applying makeup, and I just need to learn some tips, because like I'm getting to that age, you know, the people of a certain age need to put some shit on my face. Hello. Sorry, Jessica. I just got home from the doctor office. That was stressful. I had a meltdown, so that was fun. Hello, Av. Kelsey Ray, Godspeed. Yes. Tanya, have a good nap. Coconuts, howdy hey. Melissa, hello. Cal, Ashley, Wendy, how's everyone doing? August? I don't know why I forgot to say hi to August. Hell yeah, I do, Savannah. Hell yes, I do. Yeah. I just have mascara on. Got my discolored skin, and, you know, I'm gonna like myself as I am right now. I'm a little... Hello, Broken Waffles! I'm not gonna be super derogatory to myself, because I'm trying to not be, but I will. I'll text you. How did that go? Hope that went well. That sounds stressful. I was just sitting in a doctor's office, and they were kind of touching me, but it was stressful. Stacy, howdy hey. If you don't know what we're doing, we are watching BODi Engle telling us how to make that cash in wintertime by doing the work in summertime. Let me see. What does she say? Hold on. Winter paychecks are made in the summer. This is BODi Engle. She is a top coach in BODi. Someone needs to say BODi yaddy yaddy in the chat, because that is their name now. Beachbody On Demand Interactive. Yes, their marketing team approved this fluffery. Yes, people are still calling it Beachbody. Yes, they've set aside years, decades even, of SEO for Carl to rename everything, because, in my opinion, anti-MLM made too many waves. And now we're here. What the hell? Can I just ask you a question? What the hell is this blur behind BODi Engle right now? Is that a drop shadow gone amok? Look, I'll zoom in for you. What is this orb behind BODi Engle? Why didn't we just do a fade? Why were there no high quality images available? Why does nobody have interpolation software? What the hell's happening? We don't know. This has already happened. And we have the video. Suck it, Slay Squad. She's very pretty. Is it not easy to see how she is successful in BODi? I think it is. Christy, hi! Jen, hello! You don't know her. She is a top tier performer, coach in BODi. She is hella successful. She is one of the coaches who leads the Slay Squad group that is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller as the years progress. Hello, other Wendy. The orb is where our brain cells will go after watching this. And yes, can I just in the spirit of full disclosure, nobody's getting their brain cells back after this, okay? Yeah, I think it's either something she put together or something in the Slay Squad put together. Slay Squad used to have a picture of every single coach that was either paying in to have their teams be a part of Slay Squad, but they don't do that anymore. Why is that? Because the picture kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Not, I don't know. I just find it interesting. Well, there's my crafting station. Just ignore that. We'll just do that. Okay. We're gonna get right into this. Maybe. Where did there we go. Theater mode. Okay. Reaction scene. I'm scared. No. Nope, there I am. There's where Lushy's supposed to be. Sorry, Lushy. Yes, fried chicken and Monster? That sounds delicious. What are y'all eating in honor of BODi? What is everyone snacking on? I've got Dutch Brothers. Let's see. Should I have had this set up before we started? Maybe. Edit. Chrome. Hopefully we have audio. Wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be like the coolest if we actually had audio? But maybe we will. I'm going to leave the purple background because we need it to de-stress. And I'm running my mouth because I was not prepared. This is an unlisted video, but if you would like it, I didn't unlist it. Slay Squad did. We'll just put it there. And we'll put it there. All right. We'll put a little... Oh, get over here, DC. We're going to do this. There we go. All right. Centered. See how easy that is to do? Center. I'm snacking and coffee. Oh. I mean, I could actually move my office, but why would I actually want to do that? Adobe stock. Yeah. I use Envato. Envato, well, I can't... I'm a little bit constrained on the budgets right now, but Envato is a great one that I use. But this one specifically is from Adobe. When I had the Adobe one where I got 10 free credits a month, but I don't have that option anymore because I'm on a budget. I'm on a budget. There's no such thing as regret in cherries. Hey, Shadow. Cold pizza? I love cold pizza. Here's a vote. Do y'all drop a 1 if you think cold pizza is edible? I will drop a 1 myself because I love a cold pizza moment, depending on the pizza brand. I love a cold pizza moment. Or if you can only eat pizza hot. No. But I feel like I want to do the illegal thing and not update myself with a new policy. Oh, wait, about the PDFs and stuff? Yeah. My sister sent it to me. I was like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I love it. I have to be in a certain mood to eat cold pizza. I'm mostly always in a mood to eat cold pizza. Pizza is one of the few foods I actually like cold. Oh, good to know, Jules. Hello, you're not that late. I was running my mouth for 9 minutes and 40, however minutes. Till now. We have not started. We are starting in 3. I don't know if you're a Beachbody expert. Oh, what? Let me see what rank is BODi Engle right now? Should I have known this before we went live? Maybe. BODi Engle body rank. She became, well, we'll just read this. I'm a wife to my amazing husband, Andrew, a mom to Evelyn, with another one on the way. This was back in 20-something. I don't know. My story. Sorry. Oh, we can't read this. It's longer than, it's too long. It's like a whole novella. She's spinning since 2013. Basically, she's almost an OG, but she's at the top. She's in the top 50. I think she's in the top 10. Or she used to be in the top 10. And 2012, she was 3 years post-graduation. Was that college? Was that high school? I don't know. If you want to read about this, do not touch the poop. But if you are a backstory lover like me, you can read this. I apparently have no data either. But here we are. We're just going to watch.
Guys, it just turned to 8, so I am going to go ahead and get started. Recording is already rolling. I am so excited to talk to you guys about this topic because
we're clicking. Hold on. I'm lowering us down. We did a bomb party stream that I privated last night, so that's why we were clicking, but now we are no longer clicking. Let me make sure we are in the top 360p. God. I apologize to all y'all's eyeballs. It's not going to be as offensive as bomb party jewelry, but it's going to be like right in the same neighborhood. Hi, Karina. Bonnie is a 15-star diamond, not in the top 10. Ooh. That's tea. This is tea. Wow. Thank you. Now I feel even worse that Jessica's not on the stream with me. I'm sorry.
I am going back on something that I used to say all of the time to my entire team. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Bonnie. I have been a coach now for 9 years. I am 9-time elite. I'm a 3-time
29. 2013 to 2023 would be 10. Plus 1, because we're in 2024, that would be 11. I am not the best math person, but that would not be... I mean, maybe... I need to rewind it. Maybe I'm not hearing this correctly.
I'm elite. I'm a 3-time top 10 coach now for 9 years. I am 9-time elite. I'm a 3-time top 10 coach. We are a superstar diamond team. I am personally a mom of 3 kids under 6. So we have a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and an almost 2-year-old. And I am currently 35 weeks pregnant with our 4th baby. So
I hope that goes well.
As I kind of go over what I have planned tonight, I want you to keep in mind that I am absolutely in the boat of my life is crazy. I have 3 kids home all the time who are under 6. I am super duper pregnant. My husband just opened another business and he is gone all the time. He opened a brick and mortar business that.
Listen, Natasha, Karina's, Leo's new fluffy sibling is the cutest.
He is gone for. This is my full-time job, and I have 3 other businesses that I launched this year. So my head usually spins off of my body by the end of the day. So as you're listening to this, there is no excuse. If I can do these things and have...
if you're listening to this and I sound like I'm really busy and I can still do this, then you can too. Shut up. as respectfully as I can say that, shut the hell up. You don't know anybody else's schedule, and even if somebody has as many or less than or no kids, you cannot then judge and say, well, I'm busy as hell, you can do it too. You've been in since the beginning. So maybe that does make sense that you're doing a little bit better than most people who are just deciding to join BODi. You probably joined BODi before Carl Deichler decided to, set the marketing plan on fire. Metaphorically.
These mentalities, so can you. We are all so much more capable than we give ourselves credit for. So over the past 9 years, I have preached to people that the most important time of year is at the end of the year in Q4. I have also preached to people that the best time to get signed up is in Q4. And as the years turn over, which it is true, every quarter is very important because we are in a business of entrepreneurship, of network marketing, in the online space, where we do not have instant gratification for the daily activities that we're doing. Our business is not, I do an activity, I get a result. That is a very 9 to 5 mentality. It is.
Oh, what's the difference? Let's here, live chat, or replay crew. Let me know the differences between a 9 to 5 and being an independent contractor in BODi. I'll go first. You get paid for the amount of hours or days in the month that you actually work. I'll throw out another one. You probably have your company take out taxes from your paycheck in a 9 to 5. Okay, I'll throw out another one. Gosh, you're probably not working 100% on commission because you're either getting an hourly or a salary, or you're getting a base salary plus commission. Actual pay, love it. Oh, you're probably getting health insurance and legal rights. Yes. You can work a shit ton of hours in BODi and not get paid. Oh, but I'm willing to do the work because I'm willing to put in the time because my upline tells me I'm supposed to work hella hard and really transform my soul, and then the money will be able to flow to me. You know who doesn't have to do that? Somebody who works at McDonald's, somebody who works as a secretary, somebody who works as, an electrician, a plumber, and even an apprentice gets paid. I don't know. Somebody who teaches tennis, someone who teaches a sport, somebody who ship it, you get paid same day. At least I did when I was doing ship it. They can't fire you without cause. In some states, yes, correct. Also, evening and weekend are mine because work-life balance. Ah, yes, another difference between a 9 to 5 and an MLM, the work-life balance. Oh, time freedom after work. Yes. Paid vacation or even just time off. Hey, Tash. Jessica with the most snarky answer I've seen so far. Money. Just throwing money and no clarification, but also the it doesn't need any clarification because yes, the difference being money. Is it the best time because you're closing out the year, or you want to be opportunistic and take advantage of New Year's resolutions? Good question. It's
a very dopamine fixed mentality. I want to get this job and receive this salary.
I mean, if you're neurodivergent, rip to your dopamine levels, because rip. Oh my God.
No questions asked, right? I want to work my hour and get paid for my hour. That is the in general mentality of our society.
It's so reasonable. What the audacity of someone to say, hey, I need someone to work 10 hours and do this specific job, and I'm going to give you this specific pay. And somebody saying, great, I can do that specific job, and I would love that specific pay. let's come to an agreement. Okay, sign this information to make sure that we're not taking advantage of you and everything's great. You give them your direct deposit, or maybe they pay you in cash. I don't know. Maybe they give you a check, and then it's like everybody's happy. Oh, shocker. Wow. I'm being sarcastic today. I also have not slept since yesterday. I've been up for 36, not 36 hours. 40 hours. So I'm a little bit punchy. Hey, Alex. I think I had a milligram of dopamine last week. I nearly went into shock. Oh, God. Wow. Hey, Rutro. Hey, Tori. And Sherry. Howdy, hey. Marianne. Hello. Oh, my gosh. Is it just me? Do I just want to read the live chat instead of stream? Kind of.
What we were preached at growing up. You get this job, you trade your time for money, but it's instant gratification, right?
I kind of need money to be able to eat or grab a delicious cup of coffee. Although y'all have been very kind, and my coffee fund has been very much maxed out this year, so I do appreciate y'all. You're the best. You kind of need money to do stuff. I don't know, pay medical bills, clothing, toothpaste, floss, prescriptions. I don't know what else. Stuff, gas, car maintenance. Kind of need cash for that. Benefits are instant gratification, insurance for one. Yes.
Yeah, I might not love what I'm doing right now, but I instantly get that money. So a lot of us enter this business or exist in this business with that mentality still drilled into us. So what happens is we're doing daily activities. We're getting fatigued from that because we're not getting that dopamine hit of, well,
I mean, I don't want to speak for everybody on the autism spectrum, but I'll just speak for myself. Even if I'm participating in the same activities that somebody else is, I may not be getting. Oh my God. That was my alarm for my old psychology appointment. We may not be getting the same dopamine levels, even if we're doing the same stuff. Even if, let's say, I don't know, you work out for an hour and I work out for an hour, it's not maybe going to hit the same, in my opinion, from what I understand from my own experience. Sorry for the jump scare, everybody. Pet care. Yes, snacks for your floofs. You kind of need cash for that.
I did these activities today. I should be seeing this result tonight or tomorrow or the next week. And unfortunately, that's not the business that you're currently in. We are in a business of a 90-day period.
What about the people? She's going to say a 90-day period where you have to do work really hard for 90 days, and at the end of the 90 days, you're going to get a payout. Here's the difference. Let's say you're monetized on YouTube. And yes, you need to have $100 in your AdSense account for them to pay out. Okay? Just setting that aside. It is a 30-day period of time that it's going to take. It's going to process everything, and it's going to pay out after 30 days. Okay? She's saying that, and she's making it sound like that after 90 days, if you worked your ass off for 90 days, you're going to get paid out. You're going to start getting paid out on that 90th day from stuff that you have been doing that whole other time. How then do you logic the people who worked their asses off and they don't get paid for this? That's my question, Bonnie. That's my question. My hand choppers are chopping today. I worked out for 45 minutes today and it did not bring me joy. Leo, I love that. Leo started bopping to the alarm. It's a bop. It does scare the shit out of me, so it does its job. It definitely does its job. How is that better than one regular paycheck? Good question. A golden lint roller? Thank you! Christy, thank you so much. I'm going to play Moving On Up real quick because we do need a little bit of a dopamine hit right now.
Well, we're moving on up to
Thank you.
to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
She just said her husband, she and her husband, or her husband, they've started 3 other businesses this year. Did they start them to keep the facade of Beachbody? I don't know. I really don't. Maybe working out at the Optavia gym would bring me joy. Oh my God.
Before you start to see results from the daily activities that you're doing right now. So if we think about that over the summer, what you're doing today is going to be reflected in your business in the winter, which is why I titled this call, Your Winter Paychecks Are Made in the
May 28th is when this was done, to June 28th to July to August. No, May to June, July to August. Can I have some math people just have a come to Jesus moment with me for a second? 30, 60, 90 days, which would be fall. Then fall, because we're going May to June, June to July, July to August. How funny is that? August to September, September to October, October to November. How fun is that? So I don't understand. I was about to hit something to my forehead to process this, but I think I can process it all on my own. It's only going to get you to fall, okay? And we don't even have winter in Texas, so I don't even know what you're talking about. Hey, Lynn? Does it really matter? I mean, I guess I'm frustrated because you're talking about 90 days. I'm kind of a literal person. You have 2 whole pay periods or whatever to work your ass off until the end of the year when winter hits. Winter is coming. It's been here for Beachbody for quite some time. Ask them how their paychecks are doing. Oh my God, we are on Do Not Disturb. I hate this. I don't know what's going on. You're all done. You're all freaking done.
summer. It's exactly like how we say summer bodies are made in the winter. Our business has so many parallels to fitness. It is absolutely unreal. And we could preach all day long, right, to people about fitness. Like people come and they're like, well, I did this one program and I don't have abs yet. And you're like, right, this is like a lifestyle thing. This is something that compounds over time. You have.
Are you talking about visible abs? Because I'm pretty sure that everybody has abdominal muscles. You kind of need them to keep your body upright. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not a certified personal trainer. I don't know. Maybe she's just not being specific because she thought she was only talking to her buddies in the Slay Squad group. And yes, if you were misinformed, an unlisted video still counts as being public for everything. Oh, Baron von Munchausen, stay safe.
To stick with it. We all have no problem understanding that. But for some reason, when it comes to the business, we still have this mindset of, well, I'm doing the activities now, and then we get frustrated that we're not seeing the results right then. But it is so parallel to our fitness journeys.
So are you then also saying that Beachbody only cares about someone being skinny and having low body fat percentage? Because I would say that that health is not just about those things. Toxic diet culture. Yes, toxic diet culture is in the room with us right now.
That we have to remember we have to create our own dopamine hits.
Hi, Alexis.
From being addicted to those daily activities. and being consistent, just like in fitness. Like, how many people in this chat, even if you're not seeing immediate results, feel instantly better after you get your workout done?
I don't know. Why don't you ask Amy, who had to have both of her knees replaced after she got sucked into the awful fitness advice from Beachbody coaches when she was a Beachbody coach? What about the people who are doing Autumn Calabrese's plans and they're not eating enough calories to even feed or nourish a person who's not doing any activity during the day, let alone all the things that Autumn wants you to do during the day? The funny thing is that there are certified personal trainers who've debunked this stuff and registered dietitians who have debunked Autumn's programs and other people's programs as well. And it's not good. It does not bode well for body programming, in my opinion. I shouldn't have gotten so worked up. I'm like overheated now, but I don't want to. I just need to have all my arms covered. And it is hot as hell right now in Texas.
How many people?
Yes, Melissa.
Yes, exactly. Now we need to create the relationship with business activities. At the end of the day, wow, I may have not signed anyone up today. I may have not hit any goals this week, but you know what? I feel really good that I checked off my to-do list.
You know what feels really good, Bonnie? Getting a paycheck that hits your bank account, or getting paid for a day's work, or let's say you're a server at a restaurant, you split up your tips, and so you get your... I don't know how that exactly works with the restaurant situation, but I know sometimes you get your tips the same day. That's kind of helpful. That's kind of helpful. And it is better than just the feeling of a job well done of doing activity that maybe doesn't bring you in any income. That being able to bring home money is, in my opinion, better than running, I don't know, running on a hamster wheel in a multi-level marketing company. Yes, Lynn.
Those should be equal to the feelings and the emotions and the hormones and the dopamine hits that we get from exercising. That's how we should be treating our business. And unfortunately, when we enter summertime, there is a lot of silent settling that I see people go through.
What are we settling for? If you want to go swim with your kids in the pool, swim with your kids in the pool. Put on a bathing suit or put on a shirt and shorts, whatever you feel comfortable with, and make the memories with your kids. Or if you don't have kids and you just want to go with your friends and do stuff, do it. Life is too fucking short to not go out and go to the pool or go to the beach or do something that you want to do because you're uncomfortable with your body. I say this as someone who's been there before. If you're listening to this and you're like, wow, she's coming in kind of hot for BODi. I do not love toxic diet culture. And I'm not saying that people who are in the gym can't have a healthy relationship with their body or meet the kind of criteria that this lady's talking about, except that they're also looking at sleep. They're looking at feeding their body enough food. They're making sure they're managing stress. They are able to get enough hydration. There's more of a all-encompassing picture of what health can be. BODi only cares about how light you are on the scale and how little your body fat percentage is. And they don't really care if you are light on the scale if you're a dude, but they do care if you're a woman how light you are on the scale, according to everything they promote in BODi. I love that, Veronica. Yeah, and guess what? YouTube has thousands of free workout videos. This is so gaslighty. It is. Yay! Did I miss? I'm glad you got one, Shadow.
And I am in the same exact situation right now. Last week, the week before, and this week is like graduation week for kids, right? So maybe you're in the situation where now your kids are home. You've had a lot of activities over the past couple of days. You've gone away for Memorial Day weekend. Your mind kind of switches to a different mode, right? You're like, I'm on vacation mode. I want to be out at the pool. You're thinking about how in the heck am I going to juggle my business with my kids at home? Or maybe your kids are home from college. So that's a whole different level, right? Or maybe you're thinking about, well, we've got these family vacations scheduled. How am I going to work while I'm driving in an RV or flying on an airplane?
How then are you supposed to work this business in the pockets of your time if you are if you're having trouble working this business in between living life when your kids are home? If it's not really a work in the pocket of your time kind of thing, then why do so many coaches keep telling us it's that kind of thing when they are pitching the BODi opportunity? Can you tell us that, Bonnie? Yeah, celebrate your fucking kids, period. Okay, thanks, bye. Yeah. Hello, if you're just jumping in the chat, welcome. There's some chat rules, just be civil and respectful and don't spam the chat, okay? All right.
That is the summer mentality, right? Everybody's brain shuts off and we all go into, even not in the online space, in the entrepreneurial world. I cannot tell you how many emails I have gotten over the past 2 weeks. We had an insurance claim that we had to make in our house. And everybody's been out of the office for like 3.5 weeks. I'm like, does anybody work anymore? Like, I don't understand. It's just across the board. That's the mentality that happens. And people often ask me, what do I see the difference between a successful person in this business and an unsuccessful person, however you would define that for yourself?
I'll define it for you. Somebody who's losing money or not making any money in multi-level marketing. That's somebody who's not being successful in the company. It doesn't mean that person's not working hard. It means the success should be measured by the money that you're bringing in, if that's what brought you into the company in the first place. And you shouldn't be supporting somebody else's lifestyle by continuing to pay into the company just out of the goodness of your heart. Guess what? When you're in Beachbody, anything that you buy, any volume that you bring to the table, your upline gets a commission off of that. The comp plan is more complicated than that, but when you understand that's how it works in multi-level marketing, that's the broken part of the compensation model. That when any volume that you purchase from the company gets purchased, your upline gets paid immediately. Their commission automatically gets moved over, and whenever the payday is, they get paid. They never have to wait until you move volume to a customer or anything like that, because once volume's purchased, because you're the glorified customer, they get paid. They get paid. I love that, August. Hey, Hazy Rainbow. I am not fucking around today, I'll tell you that. Thank you, Cal.
And I think for me, it's who can get through these time periods where they avoid the traditional mindsets.
Oh, Bonnie, if you're in BODi, can you just give me like 12 seconds before you're like, this person's a hater, I'm going to block them. I understand. You deserve to make the money that you were promised if that is what brought you into the company, okay? Oh, well, I was brought in to be able to lose weight and to help others learn how to lose weight. If you are spending more than you're making, that is a red flag. If you are losing money to be a part of a company or not making any money when that's what you want to do, that is a red flag for you. And guess what? If you do a profit and loss statement and come to find out that you are making money after taxes, okay, that shuts me up. Or if you find out you're not making any money, you have new information where you get to make a better informed decision for yourself. It's a win-win for you to do a profit and loss statement for yourself. It's a win-win for you. It shuts me up either way.
They avoid what is the norm for people to do. So the norm for people to do in this business is to
No, it's good. I just figure I have it on super ultra low latency, and I'm just, I'm trying to be more boundaries firm, whatever, on my channel. I'm trying to pull my own weight here.
say it's summertime. I need to prioritize my kids. I need to step back and just maintain, right? I'm going to take care of my current clients. I'm going to, resell some total solution packs to some people who are upgrading, and they just kind of maintain their groups. And they say, you know what, when the kids are back in school, I'm going to get back into that. But
those groups that you're maintaining, let me ask you this. When you signed up to be a BODi partner, in the contract that you signed with BODi to be an independent contractor, a coach, does it say anything about you having to buy Shakeology once a month to get access to the Facebook groups that your upline is telling you that you have to be a part of? Because guess what? It doesn't say anything in there about you having to do that. Oh, so why would that be? Because they're trying to pack their downline's volume so they can continue to make rank and make their paychecks. Oh, that sounds kind of slimy. It is slimy because it's a broken compensation model. I feel like I'm coming in pretty hot, and I'm not sure why I'm so upset about BODi right now, but here we are. Oh, I'm DC. I'm an MLM dropout. I was in 2 MLMs, and now I'm talking about them on the internet and trying to help people get out, and also just battle technical difficulties and infiltrate Zooms and have fun with the live chat on the internet. So subscribe or like or thumbs down. Any engagement really helps. So thank you. How dare anybody focus on their kids instead of their business? Good point, Margaret.
this is what that does. It perpetuates the cycle of the mentality of starting again. And then September comes and you're like, I'm going to get back into this. It's exactly like fitness. The person who starts a program and says, I'm really busy right now in my life, so I'm going to put this on the back burner, and now I've got to start again. It's the person who keeps coming back and saying, well, I didn't have results with that. And you're like, well, it's because you quit.
No, it's because you quit? I'm struggling to not do ad hominems today. Bonnie, health is about more than not eating enough and dehydrating yourself and working out till you've potentially done damage to your body. It's about getting rest. It's about stress management. It's about hydration. It's about nourishing your body. It's about, and it's not just about nourishing your bodies with quote unquote clean foods. Ask the registered dietitians. It's about eating enough food. It's about your mental health. It's about a lot of different things. It's about what your panels say. It's about a whole picture of health. It's a lot more than what these body coaches are telling you. And they're always saying like, oh, you get on the wagon and get off the wagon. What do you mean? What are you talking about? What specifically are you talking about? Are you talking about doing Autumn Calabrese's diet program where you're eating like 800, 900, 1,000 calories a day? Because guess what? Most people need more than that just to like breathe and not lose any weight. Your base metabolic rate or whatever, your basal metabolic rate. Go watch Brianna Jewell. Go watch Erin Bees. Go watch a registered dietitian like Kat Benson or another. Melissa RD, I think, is a registered dietitian. Don't take it from me, but understand it's more complex than these reps are making out, and they are telling you this so they can continue making more money. What a great screen grab for our thumbnail! Incredible.
Quit, and now you're
Hi,
coming
Taylor.
back again. Why can we easily say that to ourselves about fitness and get so frustrated with people who say that to us? But then we're doing the same exact thing in our businesses and not understanding that we're not taking our own advice. It's because that is the general population mentality. And I'm here to tell you that if you...
The general population mentality? Guess what? If you're injured, you should rest. If you have trained to the point of exhaustion, you should rest. You should follow the advice of a certified personal trainer or a physical therapist or a doctor. I don't know. When I had my bicep tendon reattachment surgery, I had to rest my arm for a specific period of time in a sling with icing it every day. And then I did physical therapy, and I didn't go straight back into push-ups and working out at the gym, and even running. It was limited, and especially playing tennis was limited. Sometimes taking a break and making an informed decision about your body is meaningful and important and imperative for your health. Are you going to hear that conversation when you're dealing with a body coach? No. For example, Autumn Calabrese got a breast, what is it called? She got her upper body fixed, something or other. I don't know what it's called now to be like all the inclusive terminology. I don't remember. However, she was told to not sweat and to rest for a specific period of time. And she, of course, in all of her knowledge, knew better than the doctor, the surgeon who did her surgery. And she was like, I'm still going to walk 2 miles a day. I'm still going to like keep my steps up and do all this other stuff and because I know better than someone who went to medical school. Excuse me? Miss Ma'am who just reads and she doesn't have to keep up her certifications? Who are the people you're listening to in BODi? And why are you listening to them? And why should you listen to them? And why do they want you to listen to them? That's my question. She had her implants removed, but she also had a like lift. She had something additional done. It was like an explant, but it was like a revision / like lift. You know what I mean? Yes. Also, Jessie Lee Ward cough. Yes. I'm trying to say like she had more things done where it was important for her to stabilize and recuperate, and she thought she knew more than the doctor did, and she was also showing other people that resting is never an option. It's hard on your body. That's what I'm trying to say. Very poorly, that's what I'm trying to say. It's hard on your body. Your medical doctor, your surgeon knows more than you do. Yes. And like, no shade, it's just saying that she should have been resting and your muscles need time to rest. That's why you want to do limited arm workouts and stuff like that after you've done stuff so that you don't tear shit. Yeah. Yep. My very poor way, my bad way of saying it was it's hard on your body, like Jen is saying, and Travis is saying.
You can focus consistently and find a way to sustainably run your business through the summer. You will see a huge winter. And if you can keep it going through the winter, through Q4, that will define your next year. Right now, the momentum starts. Not, I'm taking a break now, and then I'll work a little bit for September, November, October, and then I'm going to take off for Christmas because I want to, relax and then start again. If you want to relax and clock in and clock out and have daily, every single day dopamine hits for your daily actions, then get a 9 to 5. An entrepreneur, it's just not how it works. And I say that with so much love. And I can say that now because I am also a brick and mortar business owner. And I can tell you it's 100 times worse. Like, we are so lucky. My husband and I started
Yes.
a local gym. My husband did. We are still $200,000 in the hole.
You started a local gym and you're in BODi? How does that work out? You have the ultimate Beachbody on Demand interactive with your bike stuff and Joel One More Freeman and Autumn Calabrese doing her stuff. And did you start a gym so that you could funnel people into BODi? Or did you not think that the BODi opportunity was going to be effective workouts for people and you started a gym? I got a question. And you can have tissue death. Thank you, Travis. Yeah. A lot of surgeons staple everything back together. Like you can't exercise with staples holding you together. Yes, Savannah. Hi, business owner here. It doesn't have to be that hard. Melissa, your hater mindset is just, it's coming in too strong. It's unfair to the Beachbody coaches. I'm being sarcastic. My boyfriend also had a hematoma after a week because of his EDS. He had the stretchiest skin his surgeon had ever seen, and she specializes in top surgery for I'm butchering this, trans mask with EDS, eating disorders. Is that what EDS stands for? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm not good with the. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm laughing because I'm like so awkward right now. I'm not trying to laugh at anything. I'm uncomfortable because I just butchered that. I'm so sorry. Please accept me and accept my apology. I'm sorry. It's a connective tissue disorder. I think Eloise has that or something similar. It's my bad. I'm sorry. I just got nervous and I like laughed and I'm sorry. My face is like warm right now. I'm sorry. I was confused because we're talking about BODi and then I was like, I wasn't sure. And then I was like, I should have asked.
We will not be profitable for years.
Masculine. Okay, thank you.
And we're working for free there.
Bless you, Travis.
That is the norm as an entrepreneur. Here, we can be profitable in week one. Probably everybody on this call has already been profitable multiple times. But yet we have this mentality of, it's not working, or I should be making more. I should be signing more people up. But you really have to look at, what was I doing 90 days ago? If you guys can all think about your current business, what were you doing 90 days prior?
So now we are moving the goalpost. Well, here's the sports ball analogy I'm going to use. Normally, there's a fixed goal or hoop or scoring location that does not move in sports. Tennis is similar, but football, soccer, would be basketball would be the three that have like sports like hoops that once you get it through you're like getting a point. You're only getting points with tennis if somebody doesn't actually hit the ball back. But anyways, when they're saying you're moving the goal post down the field, it means that you're moving something that's stationary that normally is however many yards apart or however many feet apart, and when you're moving it, you're changing the rules. So BODi here is doing that. They're moving the goalpost in this situation because now it's not just you haven't been working hard or you haven't been working hard enough or you didn't ask enough people. It's you haven't been working hard enough for a specific period of time. So they're always changing the rules and saying, no. It's not our broken compensation model. No, it's you. It's you. It's been you this whole time. And not only has it been you, it's been you because you haven't been doing it every single day for the last 90 days. And that's why today, on the 91st day, you're not getting paid. Okay. If that's how you want to play it. Just remember all of those trainings that you've done that all of y'all body coaches have done, that are recorded, that anti-MLM have reacted to. It's on the internet forever. That's not a threat. It's just reasonable to say, oh, you forgot what you said in 2023 or 2022 or 2021 or 2020? Guess what? It's still online. So those reps that you're gaslighting are going to be able to find out what you said and realize that maybe the situation that they thought they were a part of is not the situation that they've been told about. Yes, it works if you work. Yes. Yep.
Were you consistently inviting?
Oh, no. Oh, no. No worries at all. It's good for the conversation, for sure. You didn't change the discussion or anything. And us learning more about stuff is good. So I appreciate it.
Were you consistently and sustainably talking every single day about what you're inviting to? Because if you're doing one, you have to be doing the other. If you're not doing one of them, don't even bother doing the other one. It has to be a consistent give and take of I'm talking publicly about this through my own experience and I'm inviting privately. They go together and they do not work separately. So let's...
You know the song by the Jonas Brothers? We Go Together. What is it called? I'm a Sucker for You? Sucker? Whatever it's called. That little clip, we go together like... Is it Birds of a Feather? I don't remember. But here. Oh, jeez. Jeez. What's just happening? Sorry. I'm having technical difficulties and I'm also still nervous from earlier. Oh. Yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Hazy Rainbow. I appreciate that you got my reference. Oh, and Melissa, thank you. Oh.
Think about tonight, and I'm going to give you kind of my top 5 mental...
Holy shit. We're only 10 minutes in. No.
shifts to have a sustainable summer and get through this time period where all you want to do is sit back and relax. And I'm really not talking about sacrificing family time. Just to give you guys an idea, today I spent 2 hours in the pool with my kids. I went to take them to the grocery store. I cooked dinner with them. We baked cookies after dinner. And then I got ready for this call after working all morning. So I still spent a lot of quality time with my children doing summertime things. And I got all of my tasks done.
Did you get to take a nap though? Did you get to, I don't know, be silly and do fun stuff? I guess that's what she means by being in the pool with her kids. Did you get to like read a good book? Jessica might have good recommendations for y'all in the chat about some of the good books. She's got lots of the books for y'all. I don't know. It's different being able to like enjoy something and then trying to enjoy something and feeling like you have a shadow over you because you're supposed to be working BODi at the moment. Or any MLM opportunity. Oh, Cal, good point. I bet she made content in the pool with the kids. If you're making content in the pool with your kids, does that mean you get to write it off as a tax? Whatever, have a tax write-off for the pool because you're using it for work because you are trying to promote BODi on your Instagram? Just the spicy ones? I mean, I feel like the chat probably loves your spicy book recommendations. Do not take Jessica's advice on appropriate office audiobooks. Oh my God.
So it really is about how am I approaching my day-to-day? Am I prioritizing the summer fun activities with my children so that I don't feel like my business is stealing from my life? Because that's what happens. A lot of times people get in this mode that's like, all right, she said I need a hustle. She said I need to create this summertime momentum. So I'm going to make all these priorities first. And then later on, if I'm done, I'll play with my kids. Or if I'm done, I'll hang out with my husband.
What about what about when that BODi coach? What about when Emily Favre gave Emma an ultimatum that said, if you don't show up to the Zoom call, I'm removing my mentorship from you. Meaning, not even meaning. She told Emma this after Emma had had a C-section and was still in the hospital. And so Emma took a picture of herself on the Zoom call from her hospital bed with her baby next to her hospital bed after her C-section. And you have the audacity to tell us, Bonnie, that people are not going to choose to work their business instead of hang out with their little babies or their kids or their family? You are out of touch with the reality of multi-level marketing. To say, oh, have balance and then punish people for having balance. It's offensive that you even brought up that that's a possibility in MLM. Yeah. Yep. It is the twistiest. Golden Kazoo! Let's go! Nikki, let's go! We're just going to take a kazoo, not a kazoo break, but moving on up break.
Well, we're moving on up to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
Yep. As a C-section mom, I couldn't even imagine you need that time to heal. According to Mrs. Favre, you don't. Which is to have to have no empathy for somebody on your team in that situation is just, that's a disgusting mentality to have, in my opinion. Oh, I found Jessica, I'll text you.
And on our vacation, right? It has to be the other way around. This business should give you life. It should never take from your life. Okay. So what I want you to do is look at the summer. What are your priorities in terms of family, in terms of the promises that you want to keep that you've made to your children and your husband, to your sister, to your friends, to whoever you've scheduled things with? Because ultimately, they're your investors. They are investing their time, their trust, their hope in you. Your kids are.
And you're investing your cash in Bonnie Engle if you're on her team. Every time you order Shakeology, you're adding to her volume. It sounds good now for her to say, take time with your family. You better screen record this and send it to her every time she gives you shit for missing a Zoom call or whatever this is, a Facebook Live. Just to be warned, people, pucking around is not to be listened to while at work. Steam will be steaming from your entire body.
Watching you. Is mommy staying true to what she's saying? When she's on her phone, is she actually working? Or is mommy saying, I'm on my phone working, and mommy's actually scrolling?
Oh, yeah, because you can't have time for that when you're an MLM. And you have to show the MLM person every single tracking of your behavior, because they're going to judge the hell out of you and they're going to say, oh, that worth it. Oh, yeah, you saying you did this for 15 minutes? I bet you didn't. I'm only going to count 3 minutes of it. Oh, yeah, all of a sudden, all that time that you said you don't have, I devalued what you put on your list, so you just need to start over. You're basically a failure. Try again. They will do that. They will take apart every single thing that you say that you're doing to try to be successful in MLM, and then gaslight you to hell in a handbasket. I'm having trouble with my words today. I'm sorry. Yes. Yes. Margaret, yes.
That's really something that I had to think about, and with my husband as well. If we're sacrificing time right now where we typically be, sitting together at the end of the night after a crazy day with the kids, am I holding up my end of the bargain? And am I doing lead generating or income generating activities while I'm taking time away from them? Or am I wasting my own time and theirs as my investors in this business?
Okay. I don't even know if someone from Beachbody would even get this far in this video, but if you have, my big feelings are towards the broken compensation model and multi-level marketing, and for the hypocritical things that BODi Engle is saying, because we've seen the other side of the coin in, I don't know, tons and tons and tons and tons of Zoom calls that we've snuck into about what they've said in this whole situation. What am I trying to say? It sounds good what she's saying if you're new in MLM, but when you realize that the compensation model is broken in every single business in MLM that I've seen, that I understand the compensation model of, and I understand the compensation model of Beachbody, when she says income producing activities, income does not, in my mind, yes, income, but that's, your income is like what you have a surplus of money that you have to do things that you need to do with that chunk of money after taxes, after the supplies for running your business, after team rewards for their rank ups, after all that stuff. What is that income? What is like the money that you have left over? Because a lot of times people don't do the profit and losses, a profit and loss statement to know, okay, we had $1,000 coming in and we had $1,001 going out. So we're negative $1. Okay. Maybe it's not like that. A lot of people are losing money every month and they're saying, oh, well, I need Shakeology, so I don't mind spending a ton of money on something that tastes like plaster and pea protein and metal. Okay. But you're still losing money. When someone said that you could be earning money and earning an income opportunity in this. And here's my other question. How come you're making more money on recruiting people into the opportunity than you are by selling the products to an actual customer? Because that could be a sign of a pyramid scheme. It could. Hi, Christina.
And that's one of the hardest things to police yourself on, right? And I believe one of the hardest mental games in this business, because at a traditional job, it's very easy to say, well, my boss didn't give me a list, or, my coworker didn't do that, so I couldn't do that. It's very easy to place blame.
There it is.
Here, it's difficult to place blame because we're the ones who are in charge of the successes and the failures.
Listen, if you were told that you were going to be able to plug into a community of people so that you could be in a business by yourself or for yourself, but not by yourself, this is bullshit. Because if you said, hey, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to be a salesperson, I don't know how any of this works, and they say, no problem, we're going to teach you. And then Bonnie is now saying, look, it's all on you because, you can't pass the buck here, except they pass the buck all the time. How are there any income producing activities in MLM when you aren't actually making an income? Good question, Rutro. I'm about to go invest in some Oreos. Get it, August. Ma'am, it's not a badge of honor to overwork yourselves and neglect your marriage. Yes. Or is that part of being on a team where everyone has a responsibility? Good questions. I stopped working my MLM in January. I am still deconstructing. I don't always know what to do with my spare time, and I still have a lot of guilt, but I am less anxious and spend more time with my family. I love that, Chris. Oh no. I follow one body rep who purchased coaching from chic influencers for $997 for a year to help her business. That's awful. The losing money to try to make a broken compensation model work is such a parasitic issue in the industry because, and if y'all follow Danielle Ryan, she focuses on coaching coaches on how to coach coaches to coach. If that describes that to you, because that's absolutely what it is.
So we have to make sure over the summertime, when I am taking time away from family or I am working, am I prioritizing lead generating activities? Because what happens during the summer when people sort of slow down and they maintain.
Which MLM do I love to hate the mostest? Probably health and wellness multi-level marketing companies. Probably Young Living Essential Oils. Probably specifically Gary Young, who founded Young Living Essential Oils. And then maybe Optavia. I mean, I don't like Bomb Party either, but like, are Bomb Party reps telling you with their rings that they're gonna imbibe you with a magical source of immunity, and all you have to do is pay a monthly fee of $400 plus tax? No, Young Living's doing that shit. So, forensic accountant here. Oh my god, that's hella cool. And I want to see your books, please. It depends on who just had a corporate call. Also, yes. Nilo Life's getting a little bit of my attention, but they're it's a little bit nerve-wracking reacting to them right now, but I'm still trying to. I have a bone to pick with Prove It. Yeah. Yep. And when Jessie Lee was still alive, seeing her take advantage of other people, but also seeing her getting taken advantage of, and like the downfall of everything after the Columbia fiasco event, it was just, the health and wellness space of MLMs is so twisty. So, on that note, if you want to send me anything that y'all find, I wouldn't say no to that. You can link it in my campsite bio, meaning you can upload it. It's an unlimited folder that you don't have to log into Google to be able to upload it from your phone or your computer. So it's campsite.bio/say hello to DC, and it's linked in the live chat.
And they focus on clients is the only thing you're doing is slowing down the pipeline. You're slowing down the pipeline of people coming in through Q4 and next year, right? So you have to think about, where do I want to be in 90 days? Objects in motion stay in motion, right? And the perspective from the trust that you're trying to gain from your audience is, well, it must not be that important to her, or it must not be that good if she took time away from that during the.
Wow. So if you decide to take any time at all with your family, that is going to say something to your potential customers that you don't actually think that it's a good opportunity. How twisty and manipulative is that? Everyone that I stayed friends with after coaching BODi have either quit coaching or are in other MLMs And most of them have been in BODi for 10 plus years. Wow. You better have your taxes done quarterly in any MLM. Listen, if you're in an MLM and you've made it this far, don't take my word for it. Take the hypothetical word of Hazy Rainbow. I'm trying to like not get anybody in too much trouble, but you need to have your taxes done quarterly. 4 times a year, okay? It's going to help you. It's going to help you.
Summer, right? They're following you, they're watching you, even if they aren't answering your messages, even if they aren't replying, they're watching. They always come back around. But
yes, there's a genetic component to Jessie Lee's cancer, and in some cases, and y'all smart people in the chat, you can correct me. From what I understand, genetics can be impacted by environment and stress and trauma, and it's more nuanced and complex than I even understand. But Eloise, a pharmacist here on YouTube who makes content, has talked about it on her channel. Thank you, Travis.
Psychology of sales is if someone drops off, even to your team, even if you're someone who's listening to this call and you have a larger team and you're trying to get them to understand consistency, you're trying to even just get them to stick to the daily activities
Yes.
of personal development, the daily activities of drinking their shake and working out, and they don't see you doing that every day, that communicates to them, well, maybe it isn't so important to Tracy. Maybe it isn't so important to Brittany.
Bonnie? What in the manipulative hell are we listening to right now? Because here's the thing. What she's saying is, if you're not doing all the things, all of the money things in the MLM, if you're not a product of the product, you're communicating to other people that they don't need that stuff. And guess what? Shakeology is expensive. And the cost for the BODi workouts, you're paying a fee for that, but I'm pretty sure it's a monthly fee. But Shakeology itself is expensive. And she's saying if you're not doing that, and also if you're not doing that, and if you're not showing that every day, you're not doing the stuff during the 90 days that's going to help you recruit people or start getting the money in and then over the next 90 days. Oh, but I really believe that, DC. Do people who sell MRI machines, and this may be a false equivalence fallacy, but bear with me for a second. Do people who sell MRI machines to hospitals have to buy an MRI machine every month to be able to show people that buying an MRI machine is legitimate or something that you should do? Or is it backed by science and the hospitals that need them and perform services for people? And I know the healthcare system is fucked, so just set that aside for a second. They get to have a machine that they need to do things that people need done. So if you're looking at the protein from Beachbody, is it the best on the market? I don't think so. Is it the most expensive on the market? Maybe. Is it the cheapest on the market? Absolutely not. Is there a huge margin worked in because it's a multi-level marketing company? Yeah. Can you get something better tasting and better for you than Beachbody? Yep. Personal experience. This is my opinion. It's awful, in my opinion. What a good... Do people sell MRI machines or do they just sell them as they're needed? I think if you're in medical sales for like in the equipment side, companies who are updating them and stuff, they are actively selling them to hospitals and stuff like that. Yeah. Travis is in genetics and stuff. You can trigger certain genes to activate. Going carnivore probably didn't help because red meat and cured meats are a known carcinogen, especially for colon cancer. Quote, it found that those who consumed more red or processed meat faced, respectively, 30 to 40% increased risk for colorectal cancer, end quote.
So do I need to be doing that?
Hey, Dallas.
So they start to question, that's the psychology behind you.
If you're just popping in, we are listening to Bonnie Engle, a former top Beachbody coach, body coach. It's still Beachbody on Demand Interactive, BODi. They've just kind of changed their logos and stuff and their marketing. But we are listening to her say that if you don't do the work 90 days out, you're not going to get paid. And if you're the one that's doing the work the wrong way, you're not going to get paid. And if you look at the business model the wrong way, you're not going to get paid. And if you believe the wrong things about the opportunity, you're not going to get paid. And if you don't use the products every month that adds volume to your upline, you're not going to get paid. I'm being sarcastic, but that's the energy of what she's saying. It is gaslighty, it's manipulative, it is twisty, and we're only 14 minutes in, so yikes. Also found 2 genes tied to that specifically, but that character limit cut me off. You're the best, Travis. Thank you. I love that Andy's Web.
Violently settling over the summer and saying, I'm going to give myself a break, focus on this, and then I'll be back. Only thing you're doing is delaying your success by 90 more days. So you have to think about the buyer psychology. What does it look like from an outsider's perspective? I think sometimes when we're
you don't have to overcomplicate this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get mad. If you have a product that sucks, it's going to be hard to sell it to the customer. And I know some people are going to say, oh my God, DC, I love Shakeology. I love Energize. Okay, that's fine. I will say this from my experience. I've got texture issues. I've got smell issues. I've got taste issues. I've got some sensory overload situations. So maybe I am more biased. And I probably am more biased when it comes to what I think tastes good. And also another piece of my experience coming in is when I was playing tennis full time, I drank a lot of protein shakes, all different kinds. I have never ingested a protein shake that tasted as bad as Shakeology tasted to me. I have never willingly continued to drink a protein shake that tasted like you took drywall that had been on the ground, put it in a blender, added pea protein and a drop of a metallic aftertaste with a little bit of whatever flavor they tried to make it taste like, and willingly continued to drink that over and over and over again. I couldn't do it. And I tried a bunch of flavors on the live stream. So why am I having to buy something that is mediocre and tastes like shit? Why am I trying to convince other people to buy something that tastes like shit? I'm sorry, not like shit, like plaster or drywall and pea protein and metal and chocolate. I like EAS, but they're a little bit pricey, and I don't like the pre-made ones. I like the powder. There's some other good ones. Kat Benson has some good recommendations. I couldn't drink those ones anymore because of my intestinal issues, so I had to get some medical grade ones. So what if I'm gonna wrap this back around to the marketing stuff? If you have a shitty product, It's going to be hard to sell it to a customer. And if you don't have a shitty product, it's going to be less difficult to sell it to a customer. So why? She's talking about marketing psychology when the bigger problem are the products and the services that BODi offers. That's the elephant in the room that nobody's willing to talk about except anti-MLM.
Sharing, we get so obsessed with, am I saying the right thing? What do I say about this? How do I explain this? But we often forget about, let's take a third party look as a buyer looking at your social media, your consistency. It's a really good exercise to have someone outside of this business, not a success partner, maybe a friend who never joined or a family member, come to your page, look at your stories over the course of a 7-day time period and ask them, what's confusing to you?
Why is someone feeling safe enough to answer those questions if you're going to say, hey, you know what? Can you do me a favor and help me learn how to answer these questions so I can get better at doing my job in MLM? Well, number one, it's not a job. And number two, are you going to use this fake questioning to get me sucked into listening to more of an opportunity call and then maybe get someone who's really good at sales, close the deal, and I'm somehow stuck in an MLM? Because a lot of people are going to say, this feels like a trap, and guess what? P.S. It is a trap. It is a trap.
What messages did you receive from this without telling them any details? What do you feel like my page offers? What do you feel like I do consistently? Then you can get a better idea of, okay, I need to be talking maybe more about nutrition because I didn't say a word about that. Maybe I need to be talking way more about the business because they understand really well that I have this workout thing that they can do, but they have no idea that it's also a business that they can join.
How are you able to own a business and also be in the BODi opportunity? Because does it not like negate what you're doing trying to sell the BODi services now that you have a brick and mortar gym? Bonnie, I've got questions.
And then from there, working backwards to figure out, okay, over the summer, what is the cadence that I need to be approaching my social media with? How many times per week do I need to be there? And how do I prioritize that with this family time? So thinking about where I want to be in 90 days, right? And then thinking about constantly, this is very important, constantly throughout the day, if I had a new partner sign up today and they were doing the activities that I'm doing right now, would they be successful? Because oftentimes we have new partners who come in and we're like, oh my gosh, like all you have to do is invite and be consistent. And then sometimes we flip the mirror around on ourselves and we haven't invited in a couple weeks, or we have.
What does be consistent mean? What does inviting mean? What does inviting look like with actual success of people saying, hey, you know what? That does sound great. I would love to sign up. What does that activity look like? Because it could mean something to Bonnie. It could mean something to somebody who's good at wearing makeup, who is smaller than the average body size, who is traditionally the picture of beauty that's acceptable, and that people are, and who's charismatic, who's good at talking to the phone screen, or who has a great speaking voice, who isn't, neurospicy. And then that could mean something a lot different for Bonnie Engle than it could mean for somebody else, like me. Some people need more steps in saying, well, what does that mean to you? Because obviously it means something to Bonnie. Inviting means something to Bonnie.
I haven't posted consistently in a week or two because we've been on vacation.
What do posts look like that are actually getting people interested in signing up for the opportunity? What does that look like to you? And show me the actual numbers. Because I could assume something, or Bonnie could pull out a number out of her ass, respectfully, she could do something like that. And she could say, oh, we'll do like 10 posts a week. Well, how many people saying yes to the opportunity are you getting from those 10 posts? Oh, well, I don't know. I never track it. Well, when you find out that number, then tell me that number, because I am not just going to do 10 just because you think 10 is a good number. Ask specific questions. You deserve specific answers. Because a lot of times what you'll find in multi-level marketing is that they're going to give you generic and vague answers, and you're going to see the real picture through specifics. So somebody could say, okay, I've invited 542 people to listen to my opportunity call. 80 people responded out of the 500 plus that I invited, and 80 people were 60 people were positive responses, but only 35 people actually clicked on the link. And then from those 35, only 2 people said yes to the opportunity. Those percentages aren't good. 2, you don't know what those percentages are until you actually get someone who's not going to gaslight you to give you those numbers.
And how can we ask that of our partners if we are not being that first, especially through a time where a lot of people want to check out? I remember a call that completely changed my business in 2014. It was from Gary Vaynerchuk, and he was talking about, and he's not in network marketing, he's a completely different guy. He was talking about August is when the majority of business owners it's make or break. August is the month where the entire world kind of shuts down and goes on vacation. It's the most popular month for vacations. Everybody does it right before school starts again, right before winter time. And he says, if you can be consistent through August and have a huge push month, then you will be 20 times more successful than the person who doesn't, because of the momentum generation.
If he's not a big, okay, setting aside Gary V for a second, let's break this down. If he's not a big network marketer, then how are you using his advice about pushing through for traditional businesses through August to see if you're actually going to make it? How are you then taking that information, applying it to MLMs and saying, if you can just continue paying into MLMs through August and continue signing up and just push, how do you know that those numbers are going to apply to the success of MLMs? I'm saying if we're setting aside like the questionability of Gary Vaynerchuk, if he's giving this advice, if somebody who has business advice and they're applying it to traditional businesses, how then is it actually going to be helpful if they're, one, not even a fan of multi-level marketing? Does that information can it even apply to multi-level marketing?
Of being in motion when everybody isn't.
And also Melissa's over here saying, as an actual business owner, I find that statement to be bullshit.
And I remember listening to that call, and that's when my mentor.
Listen, y'all are the best. If you wouldn't mind liking the stream preemptively, or if the rest of the 30 people who are in the stream are pro Beachbody, then, feel free to thumbs down. But if you haven't and you want to, you can totally like it.
Mentality started to change about times of year. And I started to think specifically about our business. That is the year
an odd number.
that I went from 2-star to 15-star in a couple months. From that push in August.
Bless y'all.
So if you can think about okay, if I really buckle down here, then I can really push myself ahead and be at the place I want to be at the end of the year, next year, and beyond. So how do we do that?
What has she said? Oh my God. Okay. What has she said that was specific? What was she said that answers a specific question or a specific issue in network marketing, specifically in BODi, that answers specific questions because she hasn't said a bunch. We're still in vague city. Thank y'all.
You've got to get the right mentality. Like, this is the thing that kind of switched it all for me.
Move the goalpost, change your mentality, gaslight, manipulate. Got it. Okay.
I don't know if anybody gets this objection or kind of pushback when they are talking to somebody about the business, but they'll say, I'm just so busy right now. I cannot commit. Does anybody ever get that? Like, I am so busy right now. I cannot add anything else to my plate. And you're behind the screen like, yeah,
Thanks,
so am
August.
I. Everybody is. Literally every person on earth is so busy. I've got all these things happening all the time. Yes, see, yes, yep, all the time.
Maybe somebody's trying to save their friendship with you and they're just trying to let you down easy and not give you a hard no. Have you ever thought about that? So it's not a true objection because they would never say yes in a billion years, but they're trying to say to say something nice so that y'all can still be friends and hang out like you used to. Have you ever thought about that, Bonnie?
I'm gonna tell you right now that if you are someone who is saying, I'm gonna take some time this summer and relax on my business, you're doing the same exact thing that they are doing. And how can you expect to not get that excuse anymore if you're silently making that excuse?
Oh.
The beautiful and most frustrating part of this business is every excuse that you get is a reflection of what you're currently doing. And
No, it is not. Sometimes I wonder, the actual straight up lying to my face. She's not lying to my face. We're just watching her lie to the screen. It is not. The objection that you're getting is not a reflection of what you're currently doing.
it's so frustrating because it's like, okay, I see, thanks God, I see myself, thank you.
God?
But it is a good thing to start to realize and self-police. That's why personal development is so important. Personal development shouldn't be an easy pill to swallow.
I'm going to say something that may be not agreed to by a majority of the live chat. I think personal development can help you, but it cannot help you out of a broken compensation model, a broken business model, or something like that. Personal development meaning there are things that can help your mindset, but that shouldn't be something you participate in at the expense of silencing your gut in a long-term manner. If that makes sense. A reason is not an excuse. I loathe the word excuse when used to manipulate people. Yes. I appreciate that, Veronica.
Personal development should be full of moments where it's like, oh dang, I do that. I need.
Or your therapy could be full of moments with a psychologist or a psychiatrist or a licensed clinician could have those moments for you.
I need to change that. I need to do the work to be better. And I hope that moment right there was a wake up.
I think one of the things, this is my own opinion, it's the long-term silencing of your gut that becomes the issue because that's what happens in MLMs. You're, like y'all are saying, it's being used to weaponize. It's information that's weaponized to keep people in a high control group. And continually, again, silence their gut, silence their, who they are as an individual. My favorite excuse, I don't want to.
Call for you to say, dang, I need to do better. Like, I need to quit making excuses for myself. And
Sometimes the excuses, though, that you think that you have are like, and again, obviously this is my lens, I'm seeing everything through. When you feel like you are, you're struggling with your actual sanity for your entire life, or your ability to regulate emotion for your entire life, and then you get an answer where you're learning tools and you get to practice those tools with the help of a psychologist or a psychiatrist or whatever, it is a game changer. It's a game changer, in my opinion, based on my experience. I'll just rewind it a little bit.
was a wake up call for you to say, dang, I need to do better. Like,
So when you're, and again, this is not everybody, this is just my experience, that whole thing about needing to do better, it's so much more nuanced than just saying, oh, I need to do better. Okay, wow, I'm having a lot of meltdowns. I'm not able to regulate my emotions like my siblings are, or how most people around me are. As we're comparing everything, okay, I just need to do better. Sure, there's factors that you might be missing, and then helping figure out what's going on in your head, and then learning tools and speaking with somebody can help. And it's not just about doing better. I'm repeating myself over and over again. God.
I need to quit making excuses for myself and get those invites out and get that and stop feeling sorry for myself that my kids are home and I can't juggle all of these things, and just say it has to look different right now. It has to look different for me so that I can be in alignment. Because how can you
What does alignment mean? What does different mean? A lot of times, and you'll see this in MLMs, and you'll see this in high control groups, and you'll see this in commercial cults, you'll see this in cults, is that they will leave the details up to your imagination, and your imagination will figure out how to get you to fit into the group. And the way that you, in my opinion, that you can step outside of that is asking detailed questions and expecting detailed answers in return. And if you're not able to get detailed answers from the people, then that is a red flag. I don't know if I'm saying this right. I should have done this with Jessica. God damn it.
you have business conversations with someone right now who's looking to start a business, you're looking to sign them up, and they say, well, it's summertime, so I'm going to wait till winter when my kids are back in school. And how frustrating would that be for you? But you have to look at yourself and say, well, I'm kind of saying, all right, I'm not going to work as, my hours are going to look less and I'm going to kind of maintain. You have to be the example of what you want to get in response on the other side. And that's the main point of this business is
you have to be the example of what you want to get on the other side. Faulty logic, but okay.
Is the objections that you're constantly getting are a reflection of something that you're showcasing or something that you're doing in your own business.
Incorrect, but okay.
And that would be very out of alignment to talk to someone about starting a business in the summer if you are kind of silently settling through the summer, right? And it would feel very lack of integrity if you were talking to someone about starting a fitness program and you're not committed to your fitness program.
You're talking about a lack of integrity. You just opened a brick and mortar gym and you are a top seller for an online workout service platform. What? Maybe that's not the right word. Maybe she's not picking the right word. Maybe she's not picking the right word. Maybe she's not. I mean, I think she's picking the right word. And I think I'm raging about the right word. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. Okay, that's not the right one. What's the one where it's like, is it hypocritical? Is it hypocritical of her to do that? It's not integrity.
That's where the root of that doubt comes
Yes.
in when you're speaking to someone about our offerings, but you just can't close the sale, right? Oh my gosh, I've talked to so many people, but I just can't close it.
Maybe
Then we
you're a
have to look
bad
at what's
closer.
the root of your belief, right? What's the root of the conversation?
This is frustrating because some people are just bad salespeople and they need practice and they need someone to help them learn how to close a sale. Oh, but it's just about your belief. No, sometimes you need to practice because you're shitty at sales. And yes, some people can learn how to sell. Some people are naturally good at sales. And most people, even if you're naturally good at it, they can be taught a better closing situation. Not that we'd want to do that in MLMs, but it's not just about belief. Sometimes it's about skill. Yeah, just make sure to please put content warnings in the chat if you're talking about something that could potentially be triggering for others. I.e., here's an example. Content warning, death. And then you say what you want to talk about. Or content warning, suicidal ideation. Then you can put what you want to say so that people can skip over it. So that we can keep the chat safe and healthy and inclusive. No, I'm just want to encourage people. That's how we do it here.
What's the frequency of it, right? Because people can feel that. The messages need to match the consistency. So we've had a talk with our kids, our husband, or whoever you have plans with this summer and say, look, here are my goals for this summer.
I think Savannah did a video on Tony Robbins, though. Let me find it.
Here's what I need to achieve daily, because we've got to backtrack it, right? If in 90 days you want to be at a different rank, you want to have a bigger paycheck, whatever that goal is for you that you've set for end of year, you've got to backtrack it to daily activity. So let's just say you're sitting on this call and you're a brand new coach and you have a goal to be diamond in 90 days. So that's 12
I'm mixing this up.
So then we backtrack.
I'm like, it might have been Julie Joe. Hold on. I'm trying to find it. Tony. I know that there was an actual documentary, but somebody. Tony Robbins. Julie Joe. Why is this not coming up? I'm on a scroll trail now. Hold on. What the hell? It is interesting. I just saw this. Hold on. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. The downfall of Tony Robbins, self-help guru exposed. But it's only 25 minutes. God. No. Sorry, here it is. Here's this one. And then... Oh, God. I thought it was Savannah. I was like so sure. What is it called? Tony Robbins documentary. I am not your guru. I don't know if that's the right one. No, that's not it. Y'all have to find it because I'm going to get on a squirrel trail and I don't think I can find it. But the one I linked, oh, that's from, just kidding. I didn't link the correct one. Forget it.
Get to, if that's 12 people.
Julie Joe has done one. Hey, Lindy.
And my goal is to be diamond in 90 days.
Sorry, Savannah.
Then daily, roughly, I need to be talking to maybe 5 or 10 people. I need to be sharing 2 or 3 times daily. Okay, well, then when we look at our days and we look at the hours that we have in our days, realistically, that would probably take about 30 ish to 40 minutes per day. And that's our number one activity, right? That's our lead generating activity. That's the income producing activity. Where can I schedule that as priority one every single day in the summer?
Why? Okay, I'm going to speed her up. I'm sorry. She's repeating stuff now.
And it might look different every day. I think a lot of people get stuck on, well, once I make a schedule, it's got to be every day at 6 a.m. And if it's not every day at 6 a.m., then I fail for the rest of the day. I think we need to provide ourselves with a little bit of the mentality of flexibility is okay. And that's why we join a business like this, right? To have the ability to say, well, on Thursdays, I've got to do that at 9 p.m. instead of 6 a.m., right? And could be because we are building our summertime business activities around the priorities that are our family time, right? The things that we want to build in our lives, and then the business supports that consistently, right? So whatever you say those goals are, however many people per day and however much time
You better not sacrifice if you say something.
you like, maybe over the next week you do that, right? You do, I'm talking to 5 to 10 new people a day, and you see in general how much time that takes you, right? Like, okay, maybe it takes you 30 minutes of solid concentration time, but I'm going to give myself a little buffer of like 20 or so minutes there. Work out what that is for you and then make a schedule for yourself. Like, over the next 90 days, make a consistent 90-day momentum schedule. Once you have that, take that to your spouse, take that to your kids, take that to whoever, and you say, listen, here's what it's going to look like. My promise to you is that during those 90 minutes, I am going to be 100% doing these lead generating activities. I am not going to be scrolling. I am not going to be in my groups talking about the activities that I need to be doing.
So when
I'm taking time away from you, this is what I'm doing, right? So it's a give and take with those investors. You know, it's so
investors, they're not your investors, they're your family. Also, when are you supposed to be maintaining your groups if the time that you're setting aside to do all this, when is that supposed to happen? Because that has to happen. Maintaining the groups has to happen. Thank you. Jessica got the correct link.
interesting because if you had investors in a brick and mortar business, you'd have to give them a literal update of every week, a literal download.
Your children are not giving you hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands of dollars to keep your business open, and then you're reporting to them and giving them whatever. And you're not having investors meetings. You're not giving them payouts for profit and stuff like that. Your kids aren't doing that. And you're saying treat your kids like investors. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
Every month of what's profitable, what's not, what's going out, what's coming in, what are the activities, what are they not? And I think sometimes we personally don't treat ourselves like an actual business owner, and therefore we don't move forward like an actual business does, because we're misstepping on that little part that we had the luxury of not doing. But unfortunately, sometimes it is a downfall.
What did you even say just then? A luxury of not doing, but then you had that downfall? I don't even know what she said.
Okay, so we've got a plan. We've talked to our investors. We have the mentalities that we need to have of, I'm not.
Is she ever going to admit to the room that the people in her downline are her investors because they're the ones that are giving her paycheck every month? Or is that not the same thing? I'm not talking about the customers in her downline. I'm talking about the reps in her downline, the coaches in her downline, the brand partners, the independent contractors. Hey, Kara-chan. Yeah. Mental chaos. Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. It makes me mad as somebody who does not like chaos and likes clarity. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Not doing these activities today to see results today. I'm doing these activities today so that in 90 days I see those results. And that's going to be hard.
What if you don't see results in 90 days?
It gets rough not seeing immediate. You've got to be addicted to non-paycheck victories.
Shut your mouth. We don't need to be addicted to anything. And also, it is reasonable to say that I need to see a paycheck victory for the time investment that I am putting in this business. That's completely reasonable. And if you're an MLM and you and any of your uplines are saying that that is an unreasonable expectation or requirement, they are they're wrong. They're wrong. It is reasonable for you to say, I need to have money coming back into my home for the time that I'm putting in to this MLM. Because guess what? The money that you're putting into the MLM is going into the pockets of your uplines via an automatic commission, because any volume they buy from the company automatically pays out up. It pays out up because of your upline and their upline and their upline, because it's a pyramid structure.
NPDs, okay? You've got to be addicted to, I am victorious today because it is day 47 of me doing these gosh darn activities, and I am still sticking with it. It's like a 75 hard in the business. We're calling it a 90.
No, let's not. No.
Hard, okay? And you are doing it not to see immediate abs. You are doing it because you are proving to yourself that you can be consistent in this business for 90 days straight without any gratification.
You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to. There should be firm boundaries. There should be clear outlines. And that should be communicated to you via the brand contract that you sign, or even with the job, whatever contract you sign with a company, saying, if you work this many hours, you're going to get this paid to you. Oh, but it's your own business. They can terminate you at any time for any reason. It is not your own business. Hey, Lisa. Sorry you've had a bad day. Hey, Elaine. Does she look? I think she's mad because people are saying, I'm not making any money. How can I keep putting money in if I'm not getting any money back into my family? And she is so far removed from being in that position herself because her downline was/is so big that she doesn't remember what it's like, because she is bringing in some kind of income from recruiting that other people are not. I think that she is, I think she's forgotten what it's like to be a brand partner, an independent contractor, a coach, in BODi, day one, nobody underneath you in your downline at all.
And I promise you, if you are doing the right activities for 90 days, you will see the results in quarter 4. I can promise you. But
the right activities, again, if you're an MLM, you should be able to ask your upline, what specifically are those right activities that you're wanting me to do? And ask and get the best and the clearest picture that you can, the best description you can with the most details from your upline or your recruiter about this. Oh, but I'm sure they wouldn't have, I'm sure they wouldn't have the whatever. They have my best interest at heart. They wouldn't do that to me. People with good intentions can also be bad communicators. And that's our opportunity to either get clarification. What's always our opportunity to get clarification in writing and to follow up until we understand what they're saying, by being able to communicate it back to the person who's sold us on this stuff. And if there's always going to be a difference in your understanding and their understanding, it may not be the right mashup for you. It may be a red flag.
the majority of people won't do it. The majority of people get frustrated around day 20 or 30, and they silently settle and say, listen, I have been doing this for 20 some days. I have been sharing I've talked to who else has heard this? I've talked to every single person that I know.
Guess what? There's only 20 servings of Shakeology in the bag. So, okay, let's say I've been doing it for 27 days. That means I did my sign-up cost of Shakeology and whatever else. Then I had to reorder with more shipping on whatever, probably the 15th day, so I can get it by the 20th. Because by the 21st day, I'm going to be out of Shakeology. If that's even right. 20 servings? I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? You're having to put up a lot of cost up front. And you may need money coming back in to continue to paying for this extra supplemental things that you're buying. Shakeology, Energize, all of the other stuff. And them saying like, oh, they're just giving up on day 27. You're already out almost 1, 2, 3 payments of supplement orders at that point. Hey, chicken nugget.
Every person I know I have invited so far, and no one wants to join me, and this just shouldn't be this hard. I have said these things. I am not coming at you as someone who has never been in that position. I have said these things as a new coach. I have said a partner. I have said these things as 10 years in. And I thought to myself, when I hear myself say those things, how entitled that sounds. I am not here to sit back on some work that I did 9 years ago and not 90 days ago. I am here to consistently create momentum and consistently create change in my life and others' lives. Do I want my children to see me sitting here like saying that things are too hard? Or do I want my children to see me showing up consistently every single day to something that I love and creating momentum for our family? What?
I think that maybe you would want to have your kids be able to learn how to take in a situation in life, either a business opportunity or a relationship or conflict of any kind, know themselves well enough to be able to say, what are my goals and what is my limit and what my body can handle? And is my body / my mind able to continue on doing this? And if it is it able to continue doing this on indefinitely? Or is there a period of time in the future when I'm going to have to step away from this goal because I don't want to sacrifice myself or harm myself or whatever it is? I think that it would be something, and this is just my thoughts. If you're a parent, let me know that would be a helpful tool for you to be able to teach your kids or kid or even yourself without you getting caught up in a 75 hard mentality where you continue to shut off your ability to listen to your gut or your body or the situation and just do it and potentially get injured or have something permanent happen. Here's a wild idea. You show your kids how to healthily process emotions and evaluate situations to decide how to move forward. Good point, Melissa.
What lesson do I want them to learn? How do I want them to act in their businesses when they grow up? How do I want them to show up to their sports, to their school? Do I want them to sit there and say, this should be easier? My teacher should be giving me this, or I shouldn't be able to do that work? Absolutely not. Do I want them to say, oh, I'm just going to take a break and I should be entitled to this or that position? I don't. I personally don't. And I think, over the last couple years, there's been this kind of shift in where, oh my gosh, like hustling is bad and hustling is making us all burnt out, which
no, you're in a broken compensation model, as are people who are associated with multi-level marketing. I say broken because the uplines are never required to wait to have a commission check enter their bank account when they've submitted proof that product was moved to an actual customer, not to a rep. That's the broken part of MLM, in my opinion, other than all the other stuff. But that's the biggest issue that I have. And I mean, and how many like levels you can go down, but like that's getting into the nitty gritty. That's getting into the details, the weeds of the situation. I know I said the other thing and I didn't mean to. I don't know. Forget it. She's like, my brain is roasting right now.
It is valid to take breaks and have self-care and all of that. I firmly believe in that. But I think the message has gotten very much skewed. It is not that hard work is not necessary. There is nothing that can provide the magnitude of what we have here that you should be entitled to without hard work. And I think the word ease is very overused on the internet right now. Like there's a lot of like ads that pop up and people who pop up and say, oh, you know, make this money online. It's so easy. And you can do this with, it's a myth.
Have you listened to anybody in BODi talk about what you can do? Are you serious, Bonnie? So many people in MLM, so many people in BODi that we've heard of. They are it's a very fine line of the red flags that are listed on the FTC's website.
Okay. Have you ever gotten insane body results and it was easy? Like, have you ever done a program and like you don't sweat at all and you're like, oh my God, I'm ripped and it was so simple? Like, absolutely not. That's like,
have you ever done a program allegedly of Autumn Calabrese's where you ended up with an injury? Have you ever done any program in BODi where you may have ended up with a eating disorder? It's not easy, but also sometimes there's uninformed things that end up putting you in a worse spot than you were in before.
It's a myth that it's not hard.
False
equivalency. You need to get to the point in your business where your muscles are burning. You are so fatigued, you can't finish the last rep. And that, how we all know, is when you start to see fitness results, is when you start to see business results.
Oh, this is the... I can't say that. I'm like trying to choose language that's like appropriate. But all I want to say is what a flippity flop mindset you have there. No. You are entitled to a paycheck, as Travis said. You should have an equal exchange between what you work and the market value of what you work. And yeah, is that messed up a little bit? Sure. That's a conversation I can't get into right now because like my brain's roasted. You cannot compare. And again, even still, your muscles, quote unquote, burning during a workout, it's one thing for them to like feel sore the next day, which that's not necessarily like the standard of working a muscle to exhaustion. If you're even doing that during your workout, because like it's a whole complex thing, you should go to Brianna Jewell or Aaron B's and learn all that other nifty stuff. But that does not mean you're going to say, you know how your muscles, you know how when you're working hard with your muscles, you know how like difficult that is? That's the same feeling you're looking for when you're plugged into a multi-level marketing company and you're continuing to invest money and losing money. And then you just keep doing that till you're at your wit's end. And then you somehow come to the promised land of like money. No. She basically said you're too fat and lazy, and that's why you aren't making money. Yes. Yes, and Jen Baruso. What am I even thinking? Yes, Jen B. Jen B is awesome.
So we've got to get into that mentality of once your schedule is set.
Yes.
You have to tell yourself, I am here for the 90-day payoff. Not for this week, next week, or the week after. So then what do we set?
Hope you're lucky and blessed enough to have enough money in your bank account and excess for what you need to actually live to pour into the Beachbody opportunity via Shakeology and supplements and Energize and all that other good stuff. Because you're going to need it. because it's like you're gonna hope and pray for 90 days that you're gonna figure shit out, because that's gonna be a lot of supplement orders to stay a part of the Facebook groups and to stay active and to get volume that you need to rank up. Look at the compensation plan yourself.
In terms of,
we love Gen B. Yes.
Still giving ourselves that self-love, still saying, rewarding ourselves. That's where I talk about non-paycheck victories. What would be important to you? A ship of network.
Oh my God, we just rewound it.
It's so easy and you can do this it's a myth. Okay. So we've got to get into that mentality of once your schedule is set.
Was I here?
If you are listening to personal development and you're
I don't know, I skipped it, but she was saying the non-paycheck victories, that should be your number one first. Your non-paycheck, or whatever, sorry, your paycheck victories should be number one before you look at any other victories that you're getting in multi-level marketing. I don't know where we're at. Do we have a transcript? Of course we don't. I don't know where we were. Oh God, it's raining. We may lose power. Fudge.
Not in a rough place, thinking, wow, okay, I really needed to hear that today. You're not really listening to personal development. If you are working this business and you're not fatigued from the amount of work you're putting in before you see returns, you're not working the business correctly. If you're working out and eating right and you're feeling like, oh man, this is super easy, I don't feel any type of deprivation.
Oh, we were definitely way past this. Sorry. Sending ring your way, Savannah.
Those plans might change. That schedule might change as the kids' summertime schedule changes, as things happen, as life happens. But then always asking yourself,
mute yourself.
If my client handled this day like I'm handling it, would they be successful at their fitness results? If my partner handled this day the way I'm handling it, would they rank advanced? Would they see paycheck increases? So it's really about generating that future momentum by making.
This is just my regularly scheduled programming where I'm going to tell you that if you have a large team in a corporate, setting and you have Zoom, you can get the feature where you can mute people upon entry and allow them to not unmute themselves. Or you can create a panel situation where you're the panelist and nobody else is. It's worth it. Thou shalt mute thyself. Yes.
Making sure that your mindset is key. So we've got focusing on the lead generating activities. So over the next week and a half, sitting down and figuring out how much time, what your goal is, number one, for, it has to be a SMART goal, right? For the end of the year. Where do you want to be rank wise? Where do you want to be paycheck wise? And then your money goal should be number one. If you're not hitting that, you don't get to do any of the other goals. Okay. Rank goals shouldn't matter because if you're still losing money, it is just it's a vanity tag on yourself. Like, it doesn't do anything. If you're not making money, then you're fucked. Get with your sponsor and ask them, what does that mean for me? I want to recruit.
It's okay. You ready to go see Daddy?
I want to get, somebody is unmuted.
No shit.
Okay, I think I got her.
Oh my God.
What does this mean for me? How many conversations do I need to be having? Maybe if you've been in this business for a little while, you can extrapolate the data and look back and say, okay, man, like this year I recruited 12 people. How many people was I talking to in that year to get to that number? How many people daily was I contacting? And really get serious about the data. Treat this like a business before you go into this.
Miss Ma'am saying that we should look at the data and she is not willing to give us any data. That's laughable, Bonnie. Hi, Miss Yvonne.
Summer, you are armed with the data that you need to move your business forward like a...
Listen, if my internet goes out, bless you all in a non-religious way, because this is it if my internet goes out.
Real business owner, right? Instead of just throwing spaghetti at the wall and kind of trying to pull people from Instagram here and there saying, okay, I talked to this person and that person. I don't have an actual list, or I don't know what this will give to me in my business. Get serious about it. Look in your business.
How can she be so negative about how she and her hubs won't make profit on their gym for years, but tell her downline to keep pouring money into BODi without profit? Thanks, Jessica.
you're brand new, you've got to test it out, right? You've got to start having conversations and write down every day, how many conversations am I having? Are these conversations that I'm really asking for the goal, or am I just having conversations? Because there's a difference. And I think a lot of us get stuck on, you feel like you did the 90 minutes of work per day, but you're just kind of having relationship conversations with people and you're not getting to the point, right? When I say conversations and connections and talking to 5 to 10 people per day, which really is not a lot.
What are the numbers about you talking to 5 to 10 people a day? How many people should be interested? How many people should be signing up based off those conversations? That's the information I want to know. It's not just, okay, I did 10, I did 10, I did 10, I did 10. What numbers are you looking for your downline to be able to say, you need to be hitting these numbers, meaning we're doing this many numbers, you're getting this many no's, this many yeses, this many links clicked from the yeses, and from those links being clicked, we're getting 3 signups or 1 sign up or whatever. Those are like the details you're looking for in any MLM opportunity. I know, we're almost done. We're going to play Dora at the end. So if you don't like that, mute me.
Think about it like, oh, for my job today, I had to sit down for 30 minutes and talk to 5 new people. If we really think about what talking to 5 new people means, that does not mean like a first reach out or a connection, or you're talking about their dog or their surfboard or where they went on vacation. This is an actual invite, an actual conversation about what you have to offer, right? So when you're doing this experiment on how many people do I need to talk to, make sure that you're being really clear with yourself. Was I having an actual conversation about my offer, or was I just kind of like shooting the, you know what, with this person for a little while, and then I get off my phone and then I feel drained, right? Because I just spent this.
Sorry, her audio is off a little bit. Sorry about that. This is from their YouTube page, so I don't know what they're doing.
Time seemingly on my business, but it wasn't moving anything forward. So you have to get.
Maybe it's because they recorded this in 360p on awful internet with no lighting. You see this pixelation that's happening? It's when you don't have enough lighting on your face. It's part of the issue, plus low pixel quality.
Really clear over the summer. When I am talking to people, it is for a purpose and there is a point, right? And there is a question that's asked at the end of that conversation. That's when I can take my list and check it off. Okay, I've done that today, right? So when you're doing this experiment over the next 2 weeks to get that time frame, make sure you're keeping that in mind.
A good leader would give actual numbers to their team. A good leader would. She's not a good leader. She's sending them into a vague, like, I don't know. What's it called when you walk in, like, what is that? No, it's not the Columbia trip. What is it called when you let your team go and wander aimlessly without the supplies? Yes, also the Columbia trip, but also, like, I don't remember what it's called. Anyways, that's what she's doing with her downline. Hey, Tanya.
And then secondarily, how am I tracking these people through the summer? Because I'll tell you something. They're going to watch you over the summer, stick to your program, not go crazy on your holidays and all of that.
Oh,
get
stop.
Great results
Wild goose chase,
September,
maybe.
back to school time. And they're going to watch you consistently share about it. And those people that you talk to that say no.
I may have been accidentally thinking of appropriating something that I didn't mean to, and that's why my brain was stopping me in a good way. So we'll just call it poor leadership and leave it at that.
So in this 90-day time frame will be the people that say yes in Q4. But here's the key. Do not warm them up for someone else. Okay? I see this happening all the time. People start talking.
Guess what? When you're in an MLM, nobody is safe. There's no territories. Nobody is saying like, oh, once you start talking to this person, they're yours forever. Because guess what? If you piss off the leader and you're booted out of the ad tag message clusterfuck that's going on, you don't get all those leads anymore. You do not. You're booted.
To you, you have the conversation, you're sharing consistently, and then you don't follow up with them, and then they sign up with someone else because you've done the legwork of showcasing how great it can be. And then they go and find someone else who is following up or who is actively inviting. So I don't care how you track it. It can be a piece of paper and your kid's not so sharpened colored pencil, which is how I wrote notes for this call. It can be an Excel sheet. It can be a Google document. It can be just the notes section on your cell phone. Just make sure you write the names down regardless of what the response is. Because then come September, you're going to have a hefty list to work from. And that is when the magic happens. Come September and all those follow-ups start and you've been so consistent. Ooh, and then the sales come out and the Black Friday and everybody's wanting to spend money. Oh my gosh, it's going to be glorious for you. But not if you don't water those seeds, and not if you don't remember where you planted the dang seeds, right? So we have to make sure that we're doing these steps consistently. And let's
Notes? She had notes, and this is the bullshit that we got? I know. This bullshit is what we got. I don't even know what happened.
be honest. 90 minutes a day is nothing. We all can find, if I can find freaking minutes in a day, you can find 90 minutes in a day to do this, okay? We might have to make some...
Oh, if I can find 90 minutes in a day, then you should be able to find 90 minutes in a day? Bonnie, are you an electrician? Are you a plumber? Are you a surgeon? Are you a nurse? Are you, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Any other job? A teacher? Who are working after hours, off time to do their work for the next day. So like they're getting super like underpaid along with nurses and also doctors. Let me think. Somebody who's on call for large chunks of time. I guess maybe a lawyer. I'm sure there's a bunch of other jobs that I'm like not thinking. A scientist. Somebody who has chronic pain? Oh, but you're not doing anything. Shut up. I'm saying that to me because, like, they'd be like, oh, you're just there on your, sitting in a chair, in pain. You could totally message a bunch of people. No thanks, I'll pass. I'll pass.
Sacrifices. We might have to get back to, okay, this is going to take some hard work. And I might have to hustle a little bit. I might have to say, I can't binge watch Bridgerton this weekend, right? I'm going to have to wait until June 20th when the rest.
Okay, but Bridgerton's like once, I don't know, you're going to do like whatever you like. What's 4 hours? So what? It's not something you have to keep rewatching, or you can. Or you can keep rewatching it. I don't care.
The season comes out and
Tell me what y'all would rather do in the chat. Replay crew, much non-culty love to you. Let me know in the comments or the chat right now what you would rather do with 90 minutes than do something for a multi-level marketing company. I would rather read a book for 90 minutes. I would rather be able to actually fall asleep for 90 minutes. I have to talk to Eloise.
Make myself a little bit of time, right? I'm joking with you because I know it's hard. I know it's hard at the end.
I'd rather sit and watch paint dry. Oh my god, that's amazing. Gus would get a tattoo. Love it. I would rather take a long shower.
If I was better with sensory stuff, I would be on board for a shower. I'm not, so I'd rather read a book or be in the air conditioning or not be in pain. 90 minutes of not being in pain, that'd be cool. Watch Princess Bride again? Yep. I'd rather do yard work all day long than message people. Yep. Play Beat the Gummy with Wendy and Lushy.
End of the day to pull yourself up to your computer and say, I've got to get this work done. But there's got to be a bigger vision in you over the summer. A vision.
Watch a movie with my boyfriend. I love that, Kara Chan.
To you, not because you deserve it and not because it should be easy, but because you freaking earned it. You made sacrifices over the summer and you stayed consistent and you earned it. So all of these steps, all of these 5 things that I shared with you have a root in a change in mentality. See, y'all even know the date that the new episodes are coming out.
Yes. Same.
13th. That's so funny. But really, when you're making these schedules for yourself over the next week and you're understanding, okay, like I'm in a pretty good position right now. Like I'm already signed up.
Let's go.
I know the ropes. I'm on this call. I can take the next week and do this. And all I have to do is buckle down.
I'd rather play Dreamlight Valley for 90 minutes than recruit into a multi-level marketing company or message people.
And do this time every single day. And I'll see the fruits of my labor in Q4. Okay. Like I'm in a great position no matter where I'm starting, even if I've never talked to a single soul about this. And I can tell you, people are signing up right now. I have a new crop of partners who just started last week. 3 of them are about to go Emerald in a couple days. They've got
Cheryl and Amber and Amy and Jen have all said that you can go Emerald in like 24 hours or something like that. Right? You can go, so you can buy your way to Emerald. Yeah. Essentially, yes. Sure, Jan. Yeah.
Success Club points on the board, people are responding. So whatever story you're going into summertime with, whatever story you've been telling yourself, nobody's interested anymore, nobody wants to work out, nobody's like looking at my stories, it might be from your own brain or the frequencies that you're casting when you're sharing.
Oh.
If you're sharing from a place of, oh, I'm sharing again today, and nobody's going to see it, and it's really frustrating, that's going to come off. If you're excited and you're focusing on those non-paycheck victories and you're filling your cup constantly with that dopamine that you're creating, it's going to come off.
What if you don't create dopamine that well? Huh? What? I guess we don't have an answer for this, right? We're just screwed.
A way that is very attractive to people.
Or maybe Beachbody saturated.
I really hope that this call helped you guys change your mentality for the business over the summer, because I do, after all these years, feel like I have the data and the experience to tell you that the momentum for your end of year goals happens right now. So make sure that you're being a really good steward of your time, because this time is so important. And I want to clarify that I'm not saying,
why don't you just stop telling us what we need to be doing with our time, and then you start focusing on the fact that people who are spending time and being a good steward of their time, or just even showing up and expecting to work for free, that should be off the table in multi-level marketing.
Not to enjoy your family and not to have the most fun time and not to prioritize them, because I certainly do.
Good night, Cal.
But what are we communicating long term to our families? You know, yes, we have fun and we enjoy the fruits of our labors, but if there's no labor, then there's no fruit, right? So I hope that you guys have beautiful, enjoyable summers, but I also hope that you look back on this call and say, I am so thankful that I started that consistency back then, because now it's Christmas and my paychecks have tripled. I am envisioning that for all of you and for my
triple. Like, so if they're 0 right now and they double to $1 and then they is doubling to 1? Yeah, right? I have 0 and then I get 1, that's doubling. Is that a lie? I'm so bad at math. And then you have another apple that you get, or another $1. Oh, then you have to get 2 more dollars, so you'd have to get $3 to double, right? No. I'm confused about the 0. God, I'm so sorry to all the tax people and all just the smart people. Jeez.
Self and for everybody who takes control.
You can't double 0.
And thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your night to be here and listen to this. If you guys liked the call, let me.
I know anything times 0 is 0, but I was trying to say, like, okay, I earn $1. That means I went up 100%. I went up 100% if I earn $1 from 0. So I had a 100% increase. And then if I double that, then I'm going to have $2 total. But meaning I get another $1, right? No. This is why I did not do well in school. Okay. Yes. 0, I know stays 0, but I was trying to, okay.
No. I wish you guys such a good summer. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Okay. Where is it? Okay, jump scare in 3, 2, 1.
We did it! We
Well, Dragon, it's good to see you. I know we're just eclectic Mima. Yeah, we now the cool thing is y'all can Aaron's going live in 2 hours, and then Jen of Mrs. Pico Speaks is going live at 8 p.m. You're gonna have a delicious, delectable, all the good kinds of fun this evening. I totally dropped the ball. You have to start with at least a penny before you can calculate the percent increase. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about this. We were essentially, this is Bonnie Engle teaches winter paychecks are made in the summer. And we got talked in circles a little bit, and she made a lot of logical fallacies and false equivalencies. I'm sorry, false equivalencies, which are an informal logical fallacy. So, yeah. I hope y'all have I don't know what to say. Well, I don't know what I should ask for. Drop me your favorite delicious summer drink in the live chat. Mine will always be clearly not in the live chat, in the comments. If you can do that, I'm going to end the stream. If you want to leave me a comment, let me know your favorite summer drink. It doesn't have to be alcoholic. Mine is clearly Canadian, which is non-alcoholic. It's blackberry, clearly Canadian. So let me know in the comments after the stream ends to help me out. Y'all are the best. I know that was selfish. Thank y'all for being here this whole time. I'm a numpty. I'm rolling my eyes because I'm overheated. Y'all are the best. I'm gonna go figure out how to talk again, and I will see you next time. Clearly Canadians are the best. Okay, bye.